Bruno, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, here is the place the machine is indicating.
Well, if the machine said it was so, I wasn't going to argue. How's everything, Bruno?
Oh, everything is tickety-boo. Apart from the fact I have a crazy man trying to kill me.
Are you sure you don't want to come with me?
I think I will be better out here, thank you.
How reliable is that machine? I mean, how many of these Earth power sites have you found with it?
You understand nothing.
It's not about understanding. It's about believing. Hey, that machine sure is a piece of work. Homes in on ancient dust, huh?
You are quite a witty man, I think, Mr. Stobbart.
You know, I like to keep things cheery.
I find it very tiresome. Please desist.
Sure. By the way, this place doesn't look right to me.
But the readings are very strong. Maybe you missed something.
The door was locked tight. I'd have to find another way in. The lid had been propped open. I couldn't close the lid from the ground. The window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead. Aha! The window opened easily. I found myself in a book repository. I hoped to find something useful, but I was out of luck. I could see very little in the dark. I needed more light. It was a light switch. Nothing happened. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. I made a mental note to stay away from bookshops for the rest of my life. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. Books on relationships. Looking for love in the strangest places. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Imagine keeping a yeti as a pet. Think of the hairballs. Yuck. Either the door was stuck or it was just locked. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Books on conspiracy theory. On the shelf below, the label read, Conspiracy Practice. The drawers wouldn't open. They were securely locked. Books on cryptozoology, care and feeding. Books on sex. Nobody ever accused George Stobbart of being scared to learn new tricks. The Kama Sutra. Of course, people had more joints in those days. Sex, a one-man mission. Well, only if you can't find a woman. Problems in the sack. Ah, I see. That should be in the vegetable section. Books on the occult and the paranormal. Sacrifice Made Easy. 101 Ways to Kill a Goat. The perfect Christmas gift. Ugh. It was a light switch. The room was just a storeroom. Deep scratches had scarred the floor. trap door was set flush into the floor. A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right. Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Ah!
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo! Ooh!
Senior Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
To be precise, Flap, what kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Ah, just as I was getting comfortable.
SUSARRO! This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend NICO.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, Miss Collard. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is SUSARRO. Senor SUSARRO. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous. They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down. The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast. Hanging from the rigging was an old sandbag. It must have been used as a counterweight. I hoped this would get his attention. Head Heads up, buddy. Well. Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued. Again.
George! Don't just stand there. Untie me!
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay.
Come on! Hurry!
Jeez, these nuts are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients, a man called SUSARRO.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about SUSARRO.
SUSARRO connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains idiot guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased. Nice to see someone else with a headache for a change. I knew the guy all right. He used to work for the Grand Master. Flap, they called him. Last time I'd seen him, he was falling from an express train in Scotland. Just too butt-ugly to die, I guess. Flap believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ. The heat from the old stage light was almost painful. It looked like a disposable cup. It had been crushed. The door was locked and I didn't have a key to open it. I couldn't open it because it was locked. A dark but very colorful alley scene. Scenic artist. Now that was a nice career. Why hadn't I thought of that? I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick. Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess. The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint. As the grease paint melted, the smell was terrible, but at least it worked. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked. Locked. Maybe from the other side?
Stay away from me! I mean it!
What the hell's up with this guy?
Don't come in here! Stay away! Ah!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody or something. And you know what? He's safe in there, and the thing is out here. Locked. Maybe from the other side? It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous. It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining. The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was holding up the floor of the room above. Not this time. very old ladder. Judging by the woodworm, a very dangerous one too. Trying to use that thing would be suicidal. Locked. Maybe from the other side? It looked as if it was holding up the ceiling. It had to be there for a reason. It was just a wig mannequin. Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight. I worked out that the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. Damn! The safe was locked, but on reflection, that was hardly a surprise. I worked out that the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great. I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant. Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own. Hey, Nico, can you give me a hand here for a second?
Of course, George. What do you want me to do?
Help me pull this strut away from the ceiling.
That's pretty dangerous, George.
Just trust me, okay?
Very well. Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
You wouldn't be you without it.
There were two things inside, a key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
What is it?
Whatever it is, SUSARRO must think it's important. There was nothing left inside the safe. It was a swipe card for a security lock. The oddly shaped artifact was encrusted with blue crystals. Now that wasn't quite right. That door wasn't going to open. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Oh my God, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh.
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist. The body had been badly mutilated. Ugh! I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me, but someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder. Hey, Nico, an elevator.
We've a choice of down or down.
You know, I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Well, that's settled then. Shall we go? Look at this, Nico.
What is it, George?
It's some sort of symbol carved into the stone. They must have found it when they excavated this tunnel.
It looks like forked lightning. I wonder what it means.
Beats me. The stone looked heavy. I certainly wasn't going to pick it up. It was beautifully carved. It'd look great in my apartment. My God! Bruno was right.
Oh, George, it's beautiful. Who could have built something like this?
More to the point, what's it for?
There's a bridge out to the center.
Let's go see.
George, look at that.
It's some kind of column of energy.
Dragon power?
Look inside.
Looks like a stone of some sort.
Wow. held in place for thousands of years. Whoa! What the hell? Nico, did you see that?
I did, George, but I don't believe it.
Bizarre.
It likes you, George. George, what just happened? It was solid a moment ago.
I don't know. It's weird.
What did you take?
Just looks like a flat slab of rock with some kind of symbol like an omega on it.
So what's a slab of rock doing inside a column of strange power? And why couldn't I get it?
Beats me. Charisma?
Watch it, fella.
What the heck was that?
What's going on? Those guys are terrified. It's only one man. Why are they running?
George, quickly. Someone is coming up in the elevator.
Oh no, it's SUSARRO.
Got his girlfriend too.
Nico, we don't have time to get past the elevator. Find somewhere to hide.
What is he doing here? How did he get past all the guards?
The men are weak. They don't understand what is at stake.
Wait here a moment. We shall see what happens next. Petra! There they are! Kill them!
Quick, George, this way.
Not fast enough, Blondie.
Damn you!
George, I'll hold the doors to stop the elevator going back down. See if you can find another way of keeping the doors open.
I knew Harry wouldn't mind me using his bottle opener like this. Okay, Nico, you can let go.
Good thinking, George. George, where are you going? We have to get out of here.
Trust me, Nico, this way is safer. And I've got a friend waiting outside. So, where had Bruno disappeared to?
Mr. Stobbart, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
My apologies, but I must take the key from you.
George!
Quickly, mademoiselle. We must get him somewhere safe.
They managed to open it.
Did they take?
They took everything.
That is highly inconvenient. Now we must retrieve it.
How shall I find them?
Do not worry. I know where they will go next.
What about this place?
Not important. Our work is finished here.
This Stobbart. He has powers.
I know. It is disconcerting, but not a problem. Kill them for me, Petra. Both of them.
With pleasure.
He's coming round.
How can you tell?
No joking, please, Andre.
It was a big shock.
How do you think I felt when you brought him in here?
Ow!
Slowly, George.
I feel like somebody plugged me into the national grid.
You are one lucky bunny, George.
There's good news and bad news.
It usually is. Give me the good news first.
When you were attacked, you managed to steal something.
Mm-hmm. The bad news?
Your attacker stole the crystal artifact and got away.
That's not all the bad news, though, is it?
Oh, don't be silly, George. Andre and I are just good friends.
Very good friends.
Now, you don't change.
Nor you.
We don't need this, Andre. This is what you grabbed when you fell.
Weird. Have you worked out the markings?
They are quite baffling us.
We should pool our knowledge.
You're right, Nico. Bruno, would you like to bring these guys up to speed?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, recap what you know.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, where shall I start?
Well, tell them about the dragon cult.
Ah, yes. The dragon cult was formed by SUSARRO after death of Grand Master at St. Ninians. He pulled together remnants of Neo-Templars and made them into his own organization.
Sounds like he should be thanking you, not trying to kill you.
He continues the work started by Grand Master, using what they call dragon energy for his own purposes.
This power is about to peak.
It runs in cycles, each 12,000 years long. The current cycle is reaching its zenith. SUSARRO knows where is the Temple of the Dragon. It contains the means to enhance the power build-up, an extraordinary device known as the armillary.
What have you discovered, Andre?
It seems that SUSARRO's utilizing the secrets of the Voynich manuscript.
But Vernon had only worked out part of it before he was killed.
He did find out that the Key of Solomon is somehow crucial to SUSARRO's plan.
What's the Key of Solomon?
It's an ancient book that's reputed to hold the wisdom of Solomon.
Ah, this is a falsehood. It is an ancient stone device encrusted with crystals.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing we took from the safe. It must have been one of SUSARRO's men who stole it back.
Or a different group entirely.
But who?
Who knows? These people don't like appearing in the history books.
What's the purpose of the Key of Solomon?
Remember, I told you about the Temple of the Dragon?
The main power source.
There is a machine there. They call it the armillary. Once it is running, the key is used to create a huge burst of dragon power.
If SUSARRO's got the armillary running, why hasn't he used the key already? Why keep it in a safe in Paris?
Because you have to use the key at precisely the right moment. There is just a tiny door of opportunity.
You mean window?
A window? not the door?
I know, it makes no sense.
Okay. The window lasts just a few days. SUSARRO is waiting for that window.
What are your thoughts, Nico?
I keep thinking about the diagram. Is it a convergence of ley lines?
It's possible, but I have never seen one like it.
This could be how SUSARRO found the location of the temple.
But yes, you are right.
This stone we found at the theater.
Yes.
I've seen this exact symbol before.
My dear George, it is a Greek omega symbol. You're bound to have seen it before.
No, I mean this exact same style.
Of course. The Congo,
That's right, in the caves.
the slot in the wall.
Exactly. We got a lot of clues, but I think we've still got a way to go. The only solid lead we've got is the artifact and the jungle cave.
I think I know where this is heading.
You're right. The Congo.
Oh, I wanted to give the Jeep back, but I couldn't find no one to give it back to. So I set up my own taxi company, just to keep busy, like.
Lucky we found you.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yep. You wouldn't get any of the locals driving up here. I'll stay here. Keep an eye open.
Turn the meter off, okay?
Ah, very funny.
The last person to lock this was probably SUSARRO.
Any luck?
Nope. I can't get the rod into the gap between the doors. Those doors look pretty solid, Nico.
So does the padlock.
Nico, try pulling on the doors, would you? Pull, Nico, pull.
Good thinking, George. Not very subtle, but it worked.
Hey, lady, settle costs extra.
Hey! Did you feel that?
Some kind of earth tremor, I think. Poor old Chumley. He's getting pretty high. The stone is the same shape as the slot. It must have been designed to fit. Hey, Nico! I think this is some kind of key.
Something's happening.
Weird, huh? A piece of stone from Paris opens a secret door in the Congo.
You know, this place was built to guard something.
We better watch out for traps then. Look, Nico.
Just what I need. Another dead guy.
But how did he get in? We have the only key to the place.
Through the roof, I guess.
Well, that'll teach him to drop in uninvited.
George, wait!
Thanks, Nico. That was a close call. I'm gonna look around and try and find another way across.
Okay, but be more careful. That was a big one.
Come on, Nico! It should be safe to cross now!
You'd better be right, George.
Hurry, will ya? Can't hold it much longer!
George?
Phew! That was close. Ah!
George!
Another corpse? Ugh! This is making my stomach turn! There's a cloth with some kind of emblem on it! Wait! There's something inside it! There was nothing else on the guy. Another corpse? I carefully unwrapped the cloth. It was a scarf embroidered with a coat of arms. Wrapped inside the scarf was a metal plate. It was decorated with a lightning symbol.
Wow!
Well, that's clearly the way out.
And these are clearly not ordinary floor tiles.
real careful from here on in. I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to stand on those tiles for me.
Sure, George.
Can you stand on the fish stone, please? Hey, Nico! There aren't any pressure pads at this end. I'll go on ahead and see if I can find a way to get you through.
Okay, George. I'll be here.
There was a way out at the far end of the corridor, but there wasn't much floor left. The crystals in the rock gave off an eerie blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. That wasn't quite right. That wasn't the right approach. There wasn't a reason to try that. I had no reason to try that. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. Fantastic! The machinery floated across the floor as if it weighed no more than a feather. Hey, nice! Turning the dial made the central disc rotate just like a turntable. It wouldn't work that way around. The device appeared to be some sort of control console. There was a large circular dial and a panel standing proud of the surface. The device appeared to be some sort of control console. There was a large circular dial and a panel standing proud of the surface. The device appeared to be some sort of control console. There was a large circular dial and a panel standing proud of the surface. It wouldn't work that way around. It wouldn't fit that way around. Hey, it worked! The second piece moved into place perfectly. I held my breath as the final piece glided into place. Excellent. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Above the exit was a lightning symbol, just like the one in Paris. bottom of the pole, I was able to turn the crystal through 90-degree increments. Rotating the crystal deflected the energy beam on towards the next crystal. Hey, Nico. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Okay, Nico. Ready? 3, 2, 1, now! You know, on our day, we're pretty damn good, Nico.
Unbeatable, George. God, this is getting serious.
We're gonna have to move fast, or this whole place will come down.
I can feel the power, George.
We must be close now.
Through there, you think?
Yep. Nico, I want you to know, if anything happens to me,
Yes.
you can have my Tintin collection.
Thanks, George. I'm so touched.
I think it worked. Well, I can't hold the plate and get through the door at the same time. Nico?
Yes, George?
Hey, Nico, take this scarf. You can use it to hold the metal plate over that panel.
And what will you do?
I'll go through the door and check it out.
There you go, George. Hurry!
It was amazing. Just like the power site back in Paris. There was a column of energy, and there, again, a stone held in its beam. I wondered if this was also a key like the Omega Stone. The alphabet stone had an alpha symbol on its surface. The strange stone object had been dropped by the guy who mugged me.
What happened?
It was like Paris, but without the bloodshed.
Yeah?
I got another stone. Guess what? It's got a symbol. An alpha.
Stop right there, Stobbart. And you.
Well, Nico, if it isn't your co-star from that little show in Paris.
Still giving us some performance, I see.
Maybe she's stalking you.
Shut up, both of you. And give me the key.
The key? Oh, I'm terrible with keys. You'll have to remind me. Which key was that again?
Don't play games, Stobbart. I know you've got it. You stole it from the safe.
Oh, the key of Solomon.
Why didn't you say?
Give it to me.
We'd love to.
But
We don't actually have the key here with us. We left it back home.
So, you haven't got it.
no.
That is a shame. A big shame.
Yep, real sorry you've had to come all this way for nothing.
Oh, it's not a wasted journey.
Oh, good.
I was going to kill you anyway.
Come on, George. Let's get out of here.
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast. Come on, George. Let's get out of here.
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast.
Harry, let's go.
Where to?
Grand Central. Where the hell do you think?
Just get us out of here.
Anyway, now you're back, George. I'd appreciate a little business advice. I'm thinking of making a career change again. Get out of the taxi like and into something a little more, well, with a...
And the look on your face when the spike shot out.
See what happens when you leave Andre on his own for 5 minutes?
Nico, I'm sorry,
Andre, what happened?
Some guys, they turned the place over.
But why?
They wanted the key of Solomon. We said we didn't have it.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, it's just a couple of scratches, Andre. He'll get over it. But where's Bruno?
They took him.
And you let them?
Now listen here, George. I passed out.
Chickened out more like.
What's he doing here?
When I came round, he was just here. He's been on the phone ever since.
Who is he anyway?
He's a pig, that's who he is. A cretin. An idiot. A smooth-faced, wooden-headed...
Ah, the cop who locked you up. I have to hand it to him. He must have guts.
And just what does that mean?
So, tell us about the fellas who beat you up, Andre.
One of them was a real gorilla. Flap, I think they called him.
Flap?
SUSARRO's men. You've got a nerve.
That is one of the requirements of the job, mademoiselle.
I should kick you out.
If you wish.
2 days you kept me in the cells.
So I'm told.
You mean you didn't know?
I was reassigned to another case.
So, why are you here now?
Mademoiselle Collard's file was stolen from my desk. I thought she might be in danger.
So, whoever did this has a contact in the police.
More than one. You remember the red sports car, mademoiselle? All information regarding it has suddenly become classified.
SUSARRO has powerful friends then.
SUSARRO?
He's, a powerful man.
A recluse.
A cult leader. I wrote an article about him once. He seems to have it in for me.
He certainly has influential contacts. A man answering the description of your Monsieur Ostwald was slipped through customs at the airport just hours ago. Even though he was clearly drugged, officials were told to turn a blind eye.
Where were they headed?
They boarded a flight to Prague.
What on earth would SUSARRO be doing in Eastern Europe?
It is clear there is some kind of conspiracy. Not just in my department, but across the whole force. Perhaps the whole country. If mademoiselle will permit, I would like to offer my assistance. That is very kind of you, Inspector. No, it is not kindness. It is my duty.
Maybe you can check out your databases for SUSARRO. Location, history, stuff like that?
Very well. I shall get on to it right away. Why didn't you tell him what's really going on?
And create more suspicion for ourselves? I don't think so.
This way he thinks he's helping. What now?
What if it's those thugs?
I don't think they'd knock, Andre.
Beatrice!
Bonjour, mademoiselle. I hope you don't mind. I got your address. I need to talk.
Of course. Come in.
Who's this gorgeous creature, George?
Who dug her up, you mean?
What?
Oh, nothing. You've never met her?
Never had the pleasure.
Let me introduce you. This is George, and this is Andre.
Very pleased to meet you.
Hi.
George is American.
Wow! Roswell? Kennedy? The moon landings?
You got it. 3 of our greatest hits.
This is Beatrice. She's Vernon's, she was a friend of Vernon.
Have you any more news? Do you know who?
He was killed by a woman called Petra. She was working for some kind of secret group.
White supremacist, huh?
Worse, megalomaniacs.
They sound scary.
There's just one, really. A man called SUSARRO. He controls a group that used to be known as the Neo-Templars.
Vernon used to talk about the Templars. Who were they?
They were founded in the Holy Land over 800 years ago. Set up to protect Christian pilgrims from the Muslim armies. They grew in wealth and numbers to the point where even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. The last Grand Master was burned alive in 1314.
But you think they're still out there?
Different groups, yes.
And they killed my little Snooky.
They did?
We don't know it was the Templars who did this.
They might try and kill us all.
They attacked me. Look, you can see.
You poor man. But you fought them off. You are alive. You must be so brave.
Foolhardy, perhaps.
How about just plain fool?
You're right, Beatrice. We're no longer safe here.
I've moved into Vernon's old flat. You could stay with me.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hold on. We need to do something about Bruno.
How? All we know is that he was taken to Prague.
Then we should find out where in Prague he's been taken.
And just how do we do that?
Remember the office back in the theater?
The one with the trigger-happy goon?
There was obviously stuff in there worth defending.
You think there could be a clue?
Worth a try. I'll go. You shift our gear over to Beatrice's place.
I'll help.
And book us some tickets to Prague.
Why should I do that?
You're the one with the money, George. Before we go anywhere, Beatrice, there's a message on the DVD I think you should see. Just as I thought, the door had been locked. Here goes! The support strut was broken and useless. These were the old fuses for the electrics. From the state of the fuses, it was a miracle the theatre never burned down. Just another locked door. The door had nothing remarkable about it. There was nothing left in the safe but rust and dust. I couldn't open the door. I rifled through the briefcase, but there were just papers to do with the theatre. Nothing pointed to SUSARRO's dealings in Prague. The briefcase was full of papers. Somebody had been making a quick getaway. What could be so terrifying it had made them just run away? And who was the figure in the cloak?
It's no use struggling. That just makes it worse.
Take that!
Not again.
keep you out of my way. Good job I had the scarf on me. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? It was some kind of security report for a private residence. Unfortunately, the report didn't include the address. Prague was certainly mentioned, but the actual location could have been anywhere. Tucked into the last pages was a photograph of a large castle. There was a dragon symbol on the back. There couldn't be too many castles like this in Prague. I had found enough to track down SUSARRO. Is this the place?
Even spookier than the photo.
Sends a shiver up my spine.
Sure that's not your vampire-slaying genes kicking in?
Sorry, George. You're out of luck.
I hope Bruno's still in there. Now I'm really pissed.
Look on the bright side. We don't have to worry about car chases anymore.